Hi guys, my name is Tariq Masood. I am the moderator for this session. This session is titled How to Develop Sustainable Construction Projects. Our presenter today is Dr. Abdul Razzak Rumane. Apologize for the hiccup. We have not been able to connect with him thus far. We're still trying to do that. But in the meanwhile, I have his presentation, and I'd like to introduce some of this with you guys. I do have a certification in sustainability, so I have a little bit of claim to this subject. Not as proficient as Dr. Romani. I apologize once again that the great material that he has developed for us. I hope he will be able to join. So let's get started. I don't want to waste too much of time. You guys have come in for this presentation. So what we have basically today, what we want to share is a couple of things, our learning objectives. The first one is to become familiar with sustainability and its elements. What are the different sustainability frameworks? We also want to talk about major elements of sustainability, development of sustainable project. How do we develop sustainable infrastructure projects for design and construction? The contributions of sustainable projects to achieve the United Nations Sustainability Development Goal. And these topics, essentially, what we want to talk about include sustainability, development of the project, sustainability framework, major elements, and so let's just get started with sustainability. Sustainability is basically the ability to meet the needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. This is the definition that was given by United Nations and still stands as the central idea of sustainability in all infrastructure projects. Sustainability is the human preservation of environment economically, socially, and personal responsibility. So three elements to it: economic sustainability, environmental sustainability, and social sustainability. The projects should have that concept to sustain, over uh, the longer period of time in terms of economics, social, as well as personal responsibility. And we have to manage resources and maintain the environmental assets. Um, the key thing that sustainability focuses on are obviously the economical factors and environmental factors and social requirements. So you must have seen some of the concepts in and then here are the details that Dr. Romani has in his presentation. From economical perspective, the project should be affordable. Obviously, these are projects that most of us work for profit, for some kind of profitability coming out of it. Economic impact on resource efficiency, recycling, quality management, risk management. These are the economic aspects of sustainability that the project should aim at. Environmental elements include climate change, biodiversity, environmental protection, global warming, greenhouses, energy efficiency, renewable energy, judicious use of water consumption, natural resources, eco-friendly materials. Those are the environmental aspects of sustainability. This is what most of the people, most of the projects focus on, the environmental aspect of sustainability. But these two other aspects, economical and social, are just as important. In terms of social sustainability of a project, you have to ensure that aspects such as human rights, equity, equality, humanity, public health, education, ecosystem, in the bigger policies and security practices, those are considered as part of uh, I think we have Dr. Rumane here, and what I'll do is I'm going to stop here and allow him to present. So apologies one more time. I'm going to ask our technical help to take help him take over. Jen, can we do that?
Yeah, I've sent a request to Dr. Romani to join the panelists. Okay, he's joining now.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and give the floor to him. Okay, we
Yeah,
can.
good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry that we had some problem from the internet, but I will continue what Mr. Tariq had already started. So I will start from my laptop, or
Yes, please do.
I will just.
Are you able to do that? Otherwise, I could bring it up, and then we could. I could pass move
Yeah,
the
better.
slides.
I think it's better you continue, because I don't know how to now connect it, or I don't know how to share it.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that one more time.
Okay.
All right. So I am. So we have talked about the learning objectives, and we have talked about uh, the topics. So I want you to get started pretty much here. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. It's okay. People, they can listen to me.
Yes,
Tariq,
they can.
sorry, if you can make that full screen.
I have.
Okay. The following are the major sustainability framework that are helpful in developing a sustainable project. In order to develop a sustainable project, the framework has to be considered. There are 9 frameworks which are listed for sustainability framework. One is sustainability development goals. There are 17 goals which United Nations has uh, listed as SDG goals, or SDG Agenda 2030. So these all goals have to be completed in 2030. Then ISO 26000, that is responsibility, social responsibility, ISO 14000, EMS, environmental management system, then CDP, carbon disclosure project, then GRI, global reporting initiatives, IR, the International Integrated Reporting Council, then SASB, Sustainable Accountability Standard Board, then accountability. It is not accountability, it is accountability. So it is accountability AA 1000 series of standards, then UNGC, United Nations Global Compact. These, for any project, sustainable project, you have to consider this. These are the 17 goals United Nations sustainability goals are. It is Agenda 2030. Item number 1 is goal number 1 is no poverty. No, goal number 2 is zero hunger. So everybody should consider that when they are making a sustainable project, these things will have to be met. 3, good health and good well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordability and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation, and infrastructure. Goal number 10 is reduce inequality. Goal number 11 is sustainable cities and communities. Then we have
responsible consumption and production.
responsible consumption and product, life below water, that is marine structure, then life on land, then peace, justice, and institutions. Then goal 17 is partnership for goals. Development of sustainable project. Sustainable project quality is fulfillment of owner's needs as per the defined scope with schedule
and budget.
With schedule and budget. This is the trilogy of construction quality construction.
Yep.
Quality of construction project consists of mainly three, that is scope, schedule, and budget. When you want to say this quality, then this is a trilogy. The figure shows trilogy of quality or construction project quality, defined project scope, schedule, and budget. All your projects, construction project, have to consider this. If suppose any of this is not matching, or if you are not going up, see, for example, you are completing the project, but the budget is overrun. So it means you are not meeting the quality of the project. Development of sustainable project. In order to achieve sustainability in quality project, it is essential that all the sustainable requirements are considered in each stage or phase of the project. Everybody knows that when you are developing a project, depending on the size of the project, for a major project, there are 7 phases. Maybe for a small project, there will be 4 phases. So accordingly, you have to consider each phase, you have to consider the sustainability requirement while developing a project. Following are the main criteria for selecting a sustainability framework to develop sustainable project. Business need. Everybody, when is developing a project, they have a business need, whether it's a personal business or governmental business, and then organization's core business activity, project goals and objectives, organization's vision and strategic plan, justification of our business case for the project, the need to be smart. Any project, what we are considering, it should be smart, that is specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, relevant or realistic, and time bound. If suppose you are not considering this for your project, then you are not meeting the project requirements or project goals. Then we have stakeholders, project goals and objectives, type of industry, whether it is heavy duty or construction, housing or any other thing. So you have to consider what type of project they are and what sustainability requirements are there, size of the project, location of the project, innovation, technical and functional capability, maturity level, that is what is the life cycle of span of the project, whether it is 30 years, 35 years, 50 years. So accordingly, you have to design the project. Then suitability for project for usage as per owner requirement. Additional value to existing policies. You have to consider everything. Every time when you are considering a new project, you have to ensure that you are giving some additional value. So additional value to existing procedures, performance requirement, quality criteria, regulatory requirement, economic benefit, energy efficiency, and green building. These are all you have to consider while you are developing a project. Then diversity, reduction in environment impact, water conservation, waste reduction, pollution control, local resources, key indicators to measure sustainability of the project, and green rating. Here is how you develop the sustainable project. It is listed in the PDCA format. There is some overlapping. I will read it. For example, plan, goals and objectives, performance criteria, quality criteria, sustainability requirement, regulatory requirements, schedule, and cost. These are the items you have to consider when you are planning a sustainable project. Then do development of design, construction cost, then mobilization, shop drawings, procurement, resources, execution or installation. This is what is required for any project. Then check design review. This is one you have to check, because everything, it cannot be right at the first stage. So when you are making a design, you have to review how far it meets, whether there are any mistakes or there is anything missing. Then inspection of works, monitoring and controlling works, compliance of sustainability requirements, compliance to regulatory requirements. Then act. What act means? Testing of the completed project, commissioning of the completed project, handover, occupancy. You have to plan how it will go further. Then operation and maintenance.
Okay.
What are the benefits of sustainability in project? From the economical point of view, that was one of the requirement of sustainability: economical, environmental and social. So economical point of view, affordable project means you are considering already the economy, so the project is affordable. Energy efficiency, optimize life cycle cost, optimal space program, reduce operation and maintenance cost. Then from the environmental point of view, environment preferred material, green building concept, improved air and water quality, material conservation, noise control, pollution control. These are all related to environmental protection. This is second element of sustainability. Reduce global warming and waste management. Then from the social point of view, enhance local employment and business opportunity. This is one of the requirements to from the considering the poverty point of view and local environmental factor. Then fair labor practices, health and safety, support aesthetic equality and utilization of local resources. Now we go to life cycle project life cycle. Everybody knows it depends whether 7 phases or 8 or 5 phases or 4 phases. So here we have study, design, tendering, construction, and testing and commissioning. In the study, you have need analysis, then study analysis, then you have the preferred requirement of the project. What is the profit? Based on that, you go to next stage, that is design. In the design, we have concept design, preliminary or schematic design, detailed design, construction documents. Once construction documents are ready, you go for tendering. Once the contractor is selected based on the methodology of the owner, whether it is low cost or whether the other factors that they are considering, you have to go for construction, complete the construction activities, then do the testing and commissioning, so the project will be completed. What are the sustainability requirements during concept design? Concept design has to consider owner's financial capability, because when initially the project is considered, the budget for that project is decided by the owner. So we cannot go beyond that. We have the 3 elements of the quality: scope, budget, and cost. Scope, budget, and schedule. Then quality management, efficient resources, recycling system, energy efficiency, energy efficient equipment, systems, energy efficient equipment and systems, water conservation, waste management, pollution control. These are all the items which a designer has to consider when he's designing the concept design. Then renewable energy, daylighting, try to use maximum solar energy during the daytime. Then green building, sensor control lighting system. Some certain areas you don't want lighting all the time, so it is when you enter, it will start operating. So this is sensor control lighting system. Then local resources, you have to consider the local resources available, if they are available for using in your project, regulatory requirements, security practices, health and safety. Then preliminary design, this is the second phase of the design, project budget as approved by the owner. So when you are reviewing the design, you have to consider that the budget, the project is as budget, approved budget by the owner. Green building concept, energy efficient equipment and systems, renewable alternate energy, recycling system, efficient resources, eco-friendly material, air quality, air circulating system, daylighting system. These are all the items the designer has to consider while developing the schematic or preliminary design. Then sensor control lighting, though it is repeated from the concept design, but this has to be considered every stage. You can make a checklist and you can just tick down that, yes, this has been considered, this has been considered, and more details are required. As the design process further from the concept to preliminary to design to detailed design, more details are adopted and more details are produced by the designer, so that the construction, at the time of construction, the detailed are available. Then stormwater management, waste management, accessibility and ease of maintenance, aesthetic. You have to consider the aesthetics of the building. It should not be the next door building is not in properly having aesthetic look as per that. Then landscape, value engineering, project optimization, and economical. You have to consider the value engineering from the project optimization point of view and economical point of view. Then regulatory requirement.
Perfect.
Then
Dr. Romani, if you don't mind, we are going to run a little bit off time, so let's remain at a little higher level in terms of, I'm going to pass these detailed
no
design
problem.
in other stages. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay. Then we have the detailed design. These are all the items which are repeated again, but it will be having more information than what was there in the preliminary or schematic design. Then construction document. The construction documents meeting satisfying owner's requirement. These are construction document. When they are preparing, these are the requirements of the construction document that the designer has to consider. Then construction documents, again, same thing. This is landscape, regulatory requirements has to be considered. Otherwise, your project would not be approved by the governmental or regulatory authorities. Then bidding and tendering, commitment to sustainability policies by the bidder or the contractor. Here we have to take care that when you are bidding, you select those contractors who are going to meet the sustainability requirement as per the owner's requirement also. Then construction, meeting satisfying owner's requirement, completion, execution, installation work within agreed schedule, completion of execution, all installation of project works within budget. These are to be considered when a construction process is going on. And then eco-friendly material, you have to use the eco-friendly material. Follow systematic work process, because unless you follow systematic work process, you will not be able to get the good desired results. Use efficient method of execution installation. Otherwise, it will run the cost. Follow green building concept, aesthetic, install energy efficiency MEP system, waste treatment system, stormwater management, clean air ventilation system, and daylighting system. These are you have to consider during the construction that these has been taken care, what was there in the design stage itself. Then testing and commissioning, you have to consider, while testing, you have to consider that energy efficient equipment and systems are installed, daylighting systems are installed, then sensor control lighting system are there, because this is one of the requirements for sustainability and saving the cost. Here, if suppose you meet all the requirements what are listed here, then your project will contribute to the United Nations Development Goals Agenda 2030. For example, number 1, no poverty. How it will contribute? It will contribute to the employment generation opportunities during construction period, operation and maintenance, employment to local community, supporting farmers and improving agriculture productivity through community support. So these are the contribution for when you are considering, when you are completing a project as per the sustainability requirement. Then zero hunger employment opportunities will result in well-being of the community, because they will get the employment and they will be having at least something, whatever minimum requirement for the feeding. Then nutrition or programs for vulnerable communities. Then from good health and well-being, improved health services, settle OPD or the medical units, settling OPD. This is how we have to consider when we are considering for the sustainable project. Setting up OPD medical units in rural areas of operation, combating malnutrition, health insurance and employment and their families, for their families. Then quality education, training and development of local team members. When you are having sustainable project, you have to consider that you are training the local people, training for digital inclusion, supporting education for children of local employees. These are the contribution that project will give.
Perfect.
Yeah, then you have gender equality, work opportunities without any segregation, equal opportunity for whatever number of genders are there. You have to consider while for developing the sustainable project. And once it is there, you will have to consider these requirements to meet the agenda 2030. Equal pay across workforce, and since there is a local people, he should be paid less or he should be paid more. This should not be considered. Payment should be equal based on the qualification. Diversity in senior management. You can have different management, not only from one side, one area only. Then clean water and sanitation. Environmental issues are taken care while developing sustainable project. Safe water discharge, effluent treatment plan. So these are already, this table is listed, and I think the slides will be shared.
Yes,
So
we
then
will. We
affordable
will
and
share these slides with the attendees. A lot of this information, as like you said, Dr. Mani, is very useful information. So people can go in there and they can see, each one of these aspects of
because it is
United Nations Charter can be in what projects can contribute. So this is great work. Let me try
no,
to move.
it will take long time. So I will just go through it. Anybody, because it will be listed in the slides which will be shared with between the audience. So it is difficult to read everything within this time.
Exactly, exactly.
Uh,
So these
then
are, let's just go to the conclusion of this. Just introduce the audience to your book about sustainability, and
yeah,
then we're
see
going
that.
to go to some questions.
Okay, see. Uh, Once the idea of sustainable project is, we have to, the basic concept is UN SDG, United Nations goal agenda 2030. So once you do your project, once you construct your project, as per the listing which I have gone through, it is not in very detail, but this will help our audiences to go and do more and more and more and develop their project according to that. So this will be helpful for them. See, life on land, this is one of them, is for the marine side. And when you are considering any project from the marine side, you have to consider that. So all the 17 items, all the 17 goals which are listed by the UN SDG are having contribution if suppose you develop your project as per the requirements which we have discussed, from the construction point of view, from the design point of view, from the study point of view, And from the quality management point of view, because quality management, you have mainly three criteria, that is scope, schedule, and cost. So
Perfect.
this project will consider this project sustainable project plus requirement plus the quality point of view. So this is the basic idea for this presentation.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. I think
If I may ask a couple questions, I know that we have audience who are going to greatly benefit from this presentation. Once they see it and they can see the comprehensiveness of it, lot of information in there for you to use. I have a few questions for you, Dr. Rumane. I think one of the things that I am particularly myself interested in knowing from you, there are some standards for sustainability that are available out there for design stages. For example, is the LEED design certification, especially for vertical buildings. And then there is Envision certification. There is certification by WELL certification.
yeah,
Do you?
actually, sorry. See, these items have been elaborated here. I have not talking of LEED certification on any certification, because see, in order to give a renewable energy or sensor control lighting system, the designer itself should be LED approved. So this is the basic requirement for any designer to, and so that he will manage his design as per the LED requirement, that he's certified LED member. So he will take into consideration water energy efficiency, recycling, everything. He will be knowing it.
Exactly, exactly. One of the things that over here in the United States, and I think in rest of the world as well, these certification standards are not only for the individuals, but they are also for projects. So when you have a project, you can have these standards that they can qualify for, and for example, the Envision standard, which is issued by the Institute of Sustainable Infrastructure. They essentially have different categories: the quality of life, leadership, resource allocation, natural world, and climate and resilience. Similar to that, we have the LEED certification, in which you have other standards, aspects which they basically look at. They have 9 categories. So all of this, I'm just giving this food for thought for a lot of our listeners who are interested in this field. You can follow up on some of these, and once you look at the presentation that Dr. Rumane has, he has listed down a lot of resources. Kindly look at that, and I'm going to give the floor to him one more time. Kindly
One
tell us
second.
what are
I
the
will
standards that you
I
use.
will just disturb you. See, I have already listed the regulatory requirements. So it will cover each area, each country. They have different areas, different regulatory requirements. I cannot list out all these because it is not possible. If anybody wants, and he can read from my book.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
So no, because see, security practices. There are different types of security practices, depending on different areas of the project. So this is a general guidelines for any designer, anything. So these are all sensor controlled lighting system. I don't want to say that when you go to bathroom, nobody is there. So this is a general requirement that sensor control lighting system should be considered when you are considering the sustainability requirement. So these are all renewable alternate energy. There are certain countries, they don't allow, they will not give you the power supply from the government authority unless there is some percentage of solar system.
Very
So
good.
this is renewable or alternate energy. So everybody from different areas, he can consider what are the items he has to consider. Then air circulating system. Maybe certain countries, they don't need air circulation because that area itself is a cool area. It is not hot. And so, but here again, air circulation system depending on the number of people passing from that area. So these are items listed here, but for more details, there is some reference in my book. each individual items are listed there.
Perfect, perfect. Last question. We have a couple more. One more minute. If you could answer this application of sustainability in public projects versus application of sustainability in private projects. What do you think are the key differences, if there are any, between the application of sustainability in public versus private projects?
No, it is, see, if you are considering the sustainability framework, the framework is applicable for both public, private. But in the case of private, say it depends on the owner. But if the regulatory authority is interested that the owner should take care for their regulatory requirement, then he has to follow all those, whatever is there. So it is not on the individual basis, but it is the regulatory requirement, and based on that regulatory requirement, he can design the sustainable project.
Perfect. Well, I thank you very much, and again
Sorry,
apologize.
just Mr. Sorry, I was late actually because I had some problem with the internet and Wi-Fi. So, but anyway, Alhamdulillah, and everything is going. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for attending my webinar. Thank you ASQ for and their team for their support, and I hope it will be benefited for all of you.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. For the audience, this information, and again, this is a very one of the largest presentation of the entire Synergy conference. The number of, and he has put in a lot of work in it. Very useful. Apologies for the disconnect in the beginning. But I'm glad that he was able to join, give us some of the great insight that he has. You guys can reach out to him, and if you have further questions, please feel free to connect with us. This information will be available to all of you. So thank you very much for attending, and hope to see you in some of the other webinars going on.
1 second, please. Can I share my email address?
Yes, you go ahead.
Yeah, please note down RAZAK.
RAZAK at hotmail.com
or yahoo.com.
or yahoo.com. For anyone who has a question for Dr. Rumane, please feel free to connect with him. Thank you so much for attending. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Tarak. Actually, you saved a lot of time, which I wasted. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.